Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series. Tonight, round 12 of Season 5. We are heading to Hungary and the Hungaroring. And we are sitting very pretty right now on top of both championships. You can see there 405 points against Red Bull's 282. We have a 123 point lead in the Constructors' Championship. Very nice indeed. And in the Drivers' Championship, we now have a 1-2. 247 points for Oscar, 158 for Mick, 156 for Max. So it's looking very, very good for us so far this season. We're on a nice little win streak as well. 6 wins on the bounce. All of them for Oscar, who has 7 in total. We missed out on the win in Miami, but apart from that, we've won every race since Baku. So, yeah, we're on a really good streak. Box. There we go, nice and empty. We've got 11 days to go until Hungary. I think we sorted out the spare part manufacturing last night. Let me double check. Yep, an extra side pod, extra suspension. That's all good. Chat's very active tonight. How you doing, Baron? How you doing, Army? John is here. Mr. Water. Victor's here as well. Good to see you, Victor. How long until we can get another design going? Let's have a look. 7 days. We've got 2 projects about to finish in 7 days. We will do more research when to replace the front wing, and we'll actually make a new chassis, I think, when the chassis project comes up. Right, let's just advance a bit of time. Do we want to do F1 in schools? No. And Anthony is here as well. Welcome, Anthony. Know about low stock. We are actually making new parts as we speak. Right, we finally have a resolution in the dealt with. That's good to see. That should hopefully improve Mick's confidence going into races a little bit higher now. Front wing research is done, chassis research is done, and we also have the results of the regulation changes, as well as our spare side pod. Very good. Let's go ahead and get another research project underway. Let's get another underfloor project going. Let's just boost airflow sensitivity a little bit. And the downforce a touch as well. There we go. Get 2 engineers on that. There we go. And let's have a look at... I can't design a project. Our wind tunnel is still shut down. So we'll just have to wait a little bit longer. So, sporting changes. Majority of teams are in favour, apparently. No, it was a tie, and there was a tiebreaker. So, it's going to happen. We are going to see a massive drop in hours available for winning the championship next season. It's going to go down by 20 hours in the wind tunnel and 15 MAU hours in the CFD as well. Oh, that is a lot. That is an awful lot. Teams at the back will get a really big benefit. So maybe that will be enough to kickstart Mercedes back up the standings over the next couple of seasons, because they are rock bottom right now. So that is a huge increase in hours for them. All right, wind tunnel is now up and running. There was a fault, so shutting it down manually was the right call. Now we can go ahead and start working on that chassis. I've got to wait one more day. There we go. Now it's free. So, new chassis. Remainder of the hours going in. Let's strip the weight right down. Give it a slight tweak there. Okay, get that going. And we've got weather reports now. It's going to be very sunny. Good, good, good. And it's now race day, so let's take a look at our car. As the grid closed the gap, a little bit in the low speed, that's pretty much it. Maybe just improved the cooling against us slightly as well, but it's still a very, very strong car. Very strong indeed. So, let's take a look at a few teams before tonight. I wanted to start, obviously, with Red Bull, our biggest challenge. And they seem to have regressed a little bit in speed. Maybe, I'm not sure. They have regressed in speed. Their DRS has closed a tiny bit. They've obviously overtaken us in the low speed. Closed up a little in the medium speed. Their high speed's terrible. If it stays like that when we go to Spa, I will be delighted. Although it's not a massive difference, it certainly is going to be felt. Let's take a look at McLaren. We saw a bit of pace from Norris until his crash. Oh wow, look at their dirty air tolerance. That's really going to help them here. That is a very good dirty air tolerance. 3% better than us. Let's take a look at Ferrari. Ferrari, not quick at all. Wow, we are 1.3 kilometers an hour faster than Ferrari at top speed. Their acceleration is not great. Their DRS is not great. Their downforce is okay in the low speed. It's not great in the medium, and it's definitely lacking in the high speed. So Ferrari not looking particularly good. We saw a bit of pace from Mercedes. Let's have a look. Again, terrible straight line speed, and actually their car looks horrendous on those numbers. Terrible top speed, worst acceleration on the grid, terrible DRS, terrible downforce, terrible dirty air. Oh man, yeah, that is going to be a real challenge to turn that around. Alpine have been quick recently. And they will be interestingly fast in the low speed, average in the medium and high speed. Better dirty air than us. They could be one to watch out for definite, top 6 finishing. And let's take a look at Aston, because Stroll was quick. Not great in top speed, but they are very good in the medium and high speed downforce. Struggling in the low speed, but their DRS is not too bad. Their acceleration's pretty decent. Their brake cooling is mighty. Wow, look at that, 90%. I don't think I've ever seen a team at 90% on brake cooling before. That is, that's a lot. That's very good. All right, let's set some targets for tonight. So the incentive is to get 1 in the top 4. We're going to go 2 in Q3 and 2 in Q2. The incentive is for the fastest lap. We are going to try and get 2 in the top 4. I'm hoping we're going to get higher than that, but I'm just covering off just in case. New finish position streak, 2 in the top 6 for 2 races. Well, that'll be starting tonight. And if we get both cars in the top 8, we will complete our quali streak tonight. Good stuff. Right, let's head to Hungary.
Welcome to the beautiful Three Springs Valley, here in Hungary. We've arrived at the Hungaroring, located just outside Budapest. It's one of the shortest laps on the F1 calendar. Drivers are forced close together on this track, jostling for position and defending their space to the end. The Hungaroring is one challenging succession of corners and turns. With few straights, it's affectionately known as the go-kart circuit. Drivers will have to find a proper rhythm to make the most. And for cars, low-speed downforce will be paramount.
It's Alpha Tauri at the top of the constructors' standings. And at the season halfway point, time is starting to run out for teams to push ahead.
So stay with us for all the race weekend thrills.
Yeah, that Karun's our biggest fan. Makes a change. All right. Let's see. I'm not going to put Ollie in the car tonight. I could do, but I'm not going to. Just going to run Mick and Oscar. So we're going to go hard tyres in the first session. Swap out that engine. It will last one more. Swap out the ERS. I'm staying in. 20 laps of fuel. Drop those settings down. Now it's time to put setups on the car. So it's a very high downforce circuit normally, but I'm going to go with a couple of different extreme settings. So we're going to go 10, 15, 5, a 3.7, a 2.9, and a 0.2. There we go. And we're going to go in the opposite direction for Mick. So we're going to go with an 8.5, 14.5, a 1.9, a 3.35, and a 1. There we go. See how we do.
Quick radio check for me.
Yep, radio.
Yep, copy, same. A bit less curb.
Copy.
Watch those curbs. Copy.
So one thing that Lewis Hamilton's announcement about moving to Ferrari before the season had even started has done is basically launch silly season before the season even started. It's just still who's going to go where, who's going to replace Hamilton, who's going to, what's going to happen to Checo's seat, where's Alonso going to go? It's non-stop. And we're only 3 races down. Silly season doesn't normally kick in till the summer, but it's just gone crazy. Apparently Alonso's now going to Red Bull as well as Mercedes, or staying at Aston. Yeah, it's all over the place. And all these websites that are reporting all these potential moves are basically either guessing themselves or just talking to people in F1 who are guessing. there's nothing out there at all that's worth reporting on right now, but got to get them clicks somehow.
From another set.
Right, 86%, so we are going to have to change mix setup. What about Oscars, though? Uh, 87, so pretty close between the two drivers, but they both need a fair bit of work. So we're probably looking at 15 rear wing setups for both cars.
Oh, it's a good pit lane.
And there's Mick pulling in behind him. No, 15 on the rear wing. The 3.7 was pretty close. There we go. I'm going to go with that. And everything's just a little off for Mick. That could be enough, but I think I'm going to push the front wing up. Let's go 9.5 on Mick's front wing. Pull that back in a little bit like that. Actually, no, let's go to a 9. And let's see how we do with that. Mick's engine is getting very close to braking. It'll get through this session, no problem at all. That may be a bit risky for the next one. Oh, yellow flag.
So watch for Debris through that.
Neither of our drivers. It's Valtteri. Spun into the wall, maybe. Yep. He's still going though. Well, I say still going. He's in the garage. Probably won't see him again for the rest of the session, but it's not a retirement. Oh, he is back on track.
Let us know your comments.
All right, so Oscar, now 96%, very close. Just a couple of small tweaks needed. 89 for Mick, so still a bit more work left there.
Felt very good in the car.
Okay, mate, copy that.
And Porsche was pumped in a very quick lap. I'm wondering if Max is going to be running brand new engine parts tonight after his crash. We'll find out in a moment. Let's get these changes prepped. So that's a 2.8. That needs to come right down as well. Push that up to a 9.5. Yeah, we'll go with that. It's just the front wing that's off. Let's go with a 9.5. And let's check data view. So Max set his best time on mediums, apparently. Ooh, wow, that is quick. Suggests maybe new powertrain. Yep, knew everything. Wow, yeah, he really did total his car. Or have his car totaled, to be fair. So new powertrain, new gearbox, new ERS. He is going to be blisteringly quick tonight. That could break our streak. We'll have to keep an eye on that. 116s. Although he did the 115 on the mediums. Let's have a look at Porsche, because he was quick as well. Porsche just got in a quick lap. But against mediums. So, yeah, very interesting. Qualifying will definitely be a curious affair. Right, let's go with 30 laps of fuel. Yeah, mixed engine will get through this session. Might have to swap it out for the final session, though. All good with Oscar. Send them back out.
And green light.
Let's see if we've nailed those changes.
Okay, comments on balance, please.
It's an improvement, but it's still not there. Call him in.
How is the car?
And it's almost there with Oscar. I think it's just the front wing that needs to be corrected. I guess maybe it is going to be a 10 after all on that front wing. Right, that hasn't really cleared much up. That hopefully will do it. Isaac is up there this time with a very quick time. Max still topping those timing sheets. Yeah, he's going to be so quick tonight. We are going to two-stop this. Probably going to go medium, soft, soft. I might go soft, medium, soft. Yeah, that front wing's got to be a 10. So we'll have to adjust everything back like that. Normally I like to go for an undercut, but I don't need to send Oscar out. Let's call him back in. Normally, I like to go for the undercut, but we've been in a position where we've been the slower car, so we've needed to get the undercut to try and get that position on track. Now we've got the best car, I'm more inclined to try and run long and then fight back through.
Comments on balance
with better tyres.
Yeah, power's great. Really good.
Copy that.
There we go. Finally got mixed setup sorted. So let's leave him out for the end of the session. Get his track knowledge up a little bit more. Yeah, I think it would be more interesting to run long. Plus, with other cars undercutting us, when we do come out on softs, we will have a pace and grip advantage, and we should be able to get some quick overtakes in to get driver confidence up nice and high. Because, if we're going to be starting near the front, it's going to be tricky to get the confidence where it needs to be early doors. Alright, we don't need to run very long for Mick at all. Because it's an ATO weekend, we're going to run mediums in this session as well. So that we're not burning up an extra set of softs that we will need for the race.
A bit less curb.
Copy.
Mick does seem to have a little bit more pace in this session. Is running a lighter fuel load, so we'll let him go through. Just remove that possibility of our two drivers hitting each other. Don't know if I'm going to let them race tonight. You know, they were fine in Austria, perfectly behaved, but they did hit each other in Silverstone. Or rather, Mick hit Oscar. Got himself a 5-second penalty. Not keen for a repeat of that tonight, because that killed Schumacher's chances of getting on the podium and nearly cost Oscar the win.
What do you think?
Might let them fight at some point, but I think we will definitely be employing team orders for a good chunk of tonight's race. Oscar's car is now dealt with. And that is Mick finished.
Something seems wrong.
We're checking.
And that's Oscar done as well. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Both cars and drivers are fully prepped and ready to go for what should be a very interesting qualifying session. ATA weekend, so hards in Q1, mediums in Q2, softs in Q3. I will run the hards and mediums a lot and try and run the softs as conservatively as we can. I think Max is going to probably take pole tonight. Speaking of Max, he is on track on a set of mediums. Just flew past that Alfa Romeo there, which is not a bad car this year. So it's Stroll from Porsche, Max third in the practice standings this time. And he said his quickest time on hards. Oh boy. Yeah, he's going to be quick. He's going to be so quick. All right. Get ready for qualifying.
Now it's time to see who'll come out on top as qualifying gets underway.
This weekend, we're running on alternative tyre allocation rules, meaning teams will be constrained by the tyre compounds they can use for each period of qualifying.
If we could just talk about Mick Schumacher for a second. Given his recent form, how's he going to be going into this session?
It's interesting because they weren't that fast in practice. I'm not sure if this was a lack of pace or just the team trying different things, but I imagine we'll see their true performance soon enough.
So here we are, ready to resume.
Okay, let's put the better stuff back in. So, 71% engine, 82% ERS, and we'll stick with that gearbox for tonight. But we'll have to change it for the next one. There we go.
So let's concentrate on some tyre prep now.
Copy.
Build some tyre, Tim.
Copy.
As we often tend to see, the first runs on the hards generally seem to be the best. So I don't know how much improvement we'll get with any subsequent runs, if any.
No risk of traffic at the moment.
Push next lap.
Completely clear track for Schumacher. See if Oscar gets the same luck.
So nobody ahead of you.
Looks like he will. Ooh, maybe Magnussen might get in the way. Hopefully he'll pull over here. There he goes. Thank you. Go back to Schumacher. We'll lay down the benchmark. Oscar's beaten it. And what is the benchmark time? A 1:14.4. And Oscar is 0.3 quicker. Wow, didn't think it'd be that much. Thought it might be 1, maybe 2 cents. 0.3 is quite a bit. cool down lap and then they'll go again. There is Joe warming up in the background. Magnussen fast approaching on the back of Oscar.
Clear track ahead.
Don't know if he's going to get there though.
Push next lap.
So gap ahead is good. Go now, go now, go now.
And Magnussen 2.6 seconds slower than Oscar. Wow. Did he get held up? Or is he just that slow? That is very far off the pace. Maloney moves out of the way. Don't think that will have affected Oscar. Mick is flying right now. Double purple. Although Oscar retakes the fastest in the middle. Here comes Mick. A 1:13.9, so he goes a tenth quickest. Joe crosses the line and is 9/10 of a second slower. Here comes Oscar. And he retakes the position from Mick, and he's found another 3/10. So he's now 2.3 tenths quicker.
Yep, copy.
Oscar definitely seems to have the edge tonight. Still waiting for either of the Red Bulls to set a time. Neither have left the garage so far. Russell is just about to start his flying lap. Norris is going to pop out right in front of him, potentially. Gets out just in front of the McLaren.
Copy, pit
limiter on.
Okay, buddy, let's stop on the marks, wait for 2 seconds, and then P1.
Last good pit then.
We've finally got some movement from Red Bull. Leclerc on his way out. Albon pops up into P5. Maloney a solid P4